Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to start a brand new, in fact my very first actual series on YouTube. Now anybody who knows me personally knows that I am
obsessed with the Zodiac.
and I basically live my life through it, which could be questionable, but personally,
I don't care.
if it's not proven, I don't care if it's not scientifically apt because no religion is. So let me be me. Now, so basically, for this series, what I want to do is on every Saturday, for the next 4 Saturdays, I'm going to be taking an element of the zodiac, which are fire, earth, air, and water, and we are going to be talking about the 3 signs within that element. Now, I decided to start with the start of the zodiac, which is Aries, which is a fire sign. So that is what we are going to be starting with today. Now, make sure to grab a snack, sit down, enjoy yourself, relax, take the load off. I know it's been a hard day, a hard week, but it's Saturday now, unless you're working, which I'm sorry about. Just enjoy, and I hope I don't offend you. Now, what I'm planning on doing with this is, first and foremost, this is not going to be a go-to video for reference on just about anything related to the Zodiac. This is literally just going to be my opinions. I'm going to be talking about what I dislike about the signs and what I like about the signs. I want to start with the dislike so I can end on a positive note by doing what I like about it, because I feel like that's a little bit more positive for everyone. But also what I'm going to be doing is I have my little cup of stars here, and inside of her there are little prompts that I will be pulling out one at a time for each sign, and they will give me an extra question at the end to basically talk about the sign, and that's what I will leave the official note on. So now we're going to be starting with Aries. I know a few Aries. We're going to be starting with the negatives of them though. As any fire sign, Aries is quite aggressive. And me being a Pisces, I'm very non-confrontational. I live for drama, but from like the sidelines, like way back here, you know. Aries are not, they're not that girl. They are the ones that will pounce at just about any chance that they get. So I love them because they bring a lot of energy into my life. But if I were to ever beef with an Aries, I would probably just give up right then, because I don't have the energy to deal with whatever, probably lies.
Liza Minnelli, lies.
Or rumors they would like to spread relating to me. But yeah, that's basically what I have to say about the negatives. Now the positives are, like I said, they are very, aggressive, and they're very straightforward. So if they have a problem with you, they will let you know. On most occasions, I have met a few that do not play by that rule. But they're also the ones that are out there to just have fun. They are wonderful people if you need a night out. I live by kind of the mantra of, there are some people that you can just share your deepest, darkest inner demons with, and then there's some people that you can just go out and hang out, They're the people that will bring excitement to wherever you are. If you're feeling down, they will bring you back up. They will make sure you're having a good time. And they just completely light up the room with their energy. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and take out of our cup of stars and see what the last prompt is that we will be talking about. So I'm just gonna dig up in there so y'all don't think I'm cheating. Oop, I have one, but one's stuck into my thumb, I think. Okay, cool. Just have one. Sorry if I bumped the table. But the prompt says, could you live on an island with this sign? I know y'all won't be able to read that. Nope, there you go, maybe. The quick answer to that is yes. Yeah, I could. Like I said, they're very aggressive, so they would probably, I would be the one sitting back at the hut, you know, peeling the coconuts, setting the fire, whatever. They'd be the one out there hunting for me because I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. So, you know, I'm sure I would love to live on an island with an Aries. Now we're going to move on very quickly to the second fire sign, which is Leo. Now, again, I know quite a few Leos, and they're all very lovely. What I would have to say the negative of a Leo is that they are the center of attention at all times. Even when they're not, they are going to fight tooth and nail to be, and it can be a little bit annoying at times whenever you're just like, hun, we don't care right now. We're kind of doing something else. We don't need to know about what happened to you on Tuesday the 3rd of your second grade year, you know. But to them, that is hot tea. That is what you need to know, and that is what they are going to share at that moment. Now, the positive of Leo, you know, as a fire sign, they're very warm, very loving, very energetic at all times. Not all times, everyone has a down day, but just generally, based on solely if I was looking at the sun sign, and no other influence from any other chart placements. They are the ones that are, out of the fire signs, they are probably the closest to a feminine sign out of everything. They are the ones that will make sure you are doing good. They are the ones that will check up on you. They are the ones that will give you the motherly advice that you need on occasion. They're the ones that will slap you back into reality when you need it. They are just an all-around very compassionate sign whenever they're not trying to push their personal agenda upon you. So for that, I am very gracious for them. And whenever you're doing good in your life, they will let you know. Whenever you need somebody to set you straight, they will tell you in a little bit of a kinder way than Aries will. So for that, I appreciate a Leo like 1,000%. They are so generous and so kind. Cannot speak highly enough of them, although they can be a little bit airheaded. But, I mean, that just kind of adds to the charm, honestly. Now, again, Cup of Stars, Mr. Sun over here, the Leo's planet. We are going to pick one out. Try to get from the bottom so that it's not all of them on the top. Okay, we will place her right over there. Alright, so this one says, do you like this sign? Very easy question. Very simple. The answer is yes. There's not a lot of signs that I dislike. In fact, I don't, inherently dislike any of the signs. I feel like they all have something to look positively into. And for Leo specifically, because that's what the sign is that we're talking about right now, yes, I do like Leos. They are very, just listen to what I've said for the past couple of minutes about the positives of a Leo. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of a dicey field whenever we talk about Sagittarius. I feel like,
hello darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again.
all of my closest friends, all of my good Judies know that I do not typically care too much for Sagittarius. I feel that they are very aggressive and childish, and kind of in their own world a lot of the times. That's not to say that any of that's a bad thing. Just for me personally, I don't mesh well with that. I'm not saying that for everyone, Sagittarius are horrible people, and I'm not saying that Sagittarius themselves are horrible people. But like I said, for me personally, a lot of the times I do not mesh well with them. Now, a positive thing that I have noticed about Sagittarius, like whenever I said that they were childish, I mean, in a lot of ways that can be charming, because in the world that we live in today, it almost seems like a 5-year-old is mature enough to be an adult. We've gotten so far, like, progressed in how maturity, like, comes in and goes, that it's kind of insane. So it is a breath of fresh air whenever you see a Sagittarius that is, you know, still youthful at heart, still youthful in the soul. I mean, that's it's hard for me to say one thing in particular that I like about Sagittarius, but if I had to say, you know, with a lot of signs, something that I find negative can also be something that I found positive, because in certain doses it's okay and it's, you know, good and it's refreshing. Now moving from that back to the Cup of Stars for this last sign of the video, which I think it's gonna be. Alright, I'll open it up and I'll let y'all see it before I see it. I don't know if it'll even focus. LMAO. It's not going to. Alright, well, I'll just read it for you like an audible. It says, what clique would this sign fall under in high school? Well, okay, if... I would say the, you know, jock, the football player, the one that, specifically maybe the quarterback, the one that can be dumb as a box of rocks, and the teachers still are so charmed by them for some reason, even though they never shut up in class, even though they never, you know, turn in assignments, even though they fail all the tests. The teachers love them. They still pass somehow. I'm sure due to their own ability and not the help of the coach or anything. But yes, definitely the jock, the person that I was not, for sure. But for this week's Zodiac Zaturday, that is all that we will talk about. And you'll just have to come in next week whenever we talk about air or earth signs. You'll just have to tune back in. If your sign is a fire sign, let me know down below if I offended you, if I got it spot on. Let me know if one day you actually want me to like do an entire video based on the signs, because as somebody who loves the zodiac, I could give actual information as opposed to what I think of everything. And that may be a little bit more helpful to those of you that don't know as much about the signs. But this is kind of more so just like a fun way for me to talk about something that I truly find a lot of interest in. But with that being said, I love you. I hope you have a good day and a good night, a good weekend, what have you. What's next, I don't know. But you're beautiful, and I can't wait to see you again.